welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today is gonna be a reading vlog. So I'm digging into my TBR. So if you guys haven't watched my Read So Lit Blackathon TBR, go check it out. So I've been reading. One reason it hasn't been the weather just been raining or snowing, but not a lot of snow, but it's mostly raining. So I haven't seen sun all week, which makes for a perfect reading situation. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, yeah, this winter, guys. Anyway, so let's talk about what I'm reading. And what I'm gonna say is, I'm happy so far for the books I selected, but Dee Dee did good. So this book is the read along that we're doing for Read So Lit. That's supposed to read all month. Guys, I'm on week number 2 already because I can't put this damn book down. And this is The Last Thing You Surrender. Good. Dee Dee did good on this one. This is a historic fiction, and it's told through the point of view of 3 characters. We have a white guy who is his life was saved. He's in the military. He's on a ship, and his life was saved by a black man. And it's changed him. It made him think of things that he never normally would have think of. And you're seeing how he's evolving and becoming this other person. But he's in the midst of this cultural difference, family difference, and how he's trying to navigate through that is what's going to make the book even more interesting to me so far. But I'm just hoping that it works out in his favor. Then we have the widow, and she is also dealing with the grief of losing her husband, but she's also having to help and do things and be a strong person, and but she's also, herself in a complicated situation, which I'm hoping, turns out good. And then my favorite character is her brother Luther, and let me tell you, Luther gave me life so far. He is so raw. He says what he feels. He wears his emotion on his shoulder, and which is sometimes not a good thing, but at the same time, I like his honesty and how he feels and what he's willing to fight for and what he's not going to fight for. And so he's said a lot of things in this that are sad. There's stories he's telling of what happened to his parents, and it's really hard on those occasions when I have to read those pages where you know of that Jim Crow era and the sad things that go. But the stories also have this military situation because it's in World War II, and this whole idea of why would black people want to be in the military or fight in the military when they're being killed or mistreated or going through hell in the country that they're supposed to be fighting for. So there's a lot of that happening in this story, and it's very entertaining. I am enjoying it a lot. It is definitely a page turner, and I'm not gonna last a whole month reading this. It's just not gonna happen, but I'm for it. And then the next book I hope to finish in this vlog is The Black and the Berry. This is a Harlem Renaissance classic. Loving it. Annoyed at the same time because the main character is from a town where it's predominantly white. The black folks there are very much high yellow, so they're what they describe as mulatto, biracial, and she's dark skinned, so she stands out within both community, and she's trying to find herself. So she's in college in California, and she brings all that baggage with her. So there's like a bit of a self-hate situation in this, and how she approached other black people the same way she's been treated. I'm hoping that there's like a turnaround in this story, because I would hate for this to be a tragic situation, but it is sad, and it does show that how you become your worst enemy in a lot of cases, and this is where you get in this story. It is an easy read for a classic, but I really, so far, I'm hopeful and hoping she don't piss me off anymore. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this. So yeah, so I'm just continuing doing some household stuff because tomorrow I'm off. I want to relax. I don't want to worry about anything. I want to just chill. And so I'm trying to do bits and pieces of adulting and a little bit of cooking, and that's it. And journaling, of course, I journal every day. So that's continuing, and brainstorming, because I need to have about a blog post up this Sunday, and I have one, but it's don't have the photographs taken yet. So at least I get somebody to do that. But the weather is still supposed to be raining for the rest of the damn week. So I don't know if any photo is going to be done, but we'll see. I will definitely come up with something. So yeah. So yeah, thanks guys. Hey guys, so yeah, tired. So I'm pretty much dragging today. Yeah. But I'm almost done with this, guys. So I'm gonna finish this definitely in the next hour or so, because it's not that much left. And then I'm gonna review it. Also I read quite a few pages of this one too. Guys, this is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. So good. Oh my god. If you guys are reading this in a read along, how you really feel? Because I know this is not what I expected from a book that's centered around World War II and the Jim Crow era. I mean, it is gritty. It does tackle serious subject, but it's just well done, and it's so interesting and entertaining at the same time, scary at the same time because of what's happening. But I would say the brother and sister in this character, they definitely come from the same cloth. They just put themselves in some serious ish, and it is great. I wonder what year was this published. I am curious. This just came out last year. Yeah, this was published in 2019 and didn't hear about it. It's very good. Very good. I love it so far. I love it. I'm like halfway point. So yeah. Hey guys, so I did finish this book. Now, this is a book that was published back in 1929. So it has that historical words that's used, terms that used back then when they discuss colorism, because they use a term called intra-racial segregation. Now, I've never heard that term. I know what it means, but I never heard it. Now, in that case, when they're talking about this, it gives a take on colorism in America back then, where you can have a community which is predominantly white and a small part of it is black, but these black people are where you call biracial mulattoes back then. And in this case, in the story, you have this child who was a product of a woman that was biracial, who is got involved with a man that was described as blue black, so he's very dark skinned. So it's not acceptable. It has that idea of you stick to your kind. So they basically now are completely like considered like a different race in how they are isolating themselves from other black people. And here comes this character Emma Lou, who is now raised by a mother who's now became a single mother because the man, of course, wasn't accepted, so he's left. So she's raising a child, and she is instilling all these negative things about this child complexion. And not only just her, but the other family members, as well as people in the community. So she is in a community where no one's look like her. Everyone is very light skinned. The whole pink idea in the book is used a lot. And she's now considered not marriage material, because if you are that complexion, you're not marriage material. Your best bet is education, which I thought was laughable. But hey, that's what they did to her. Sent away for college. Now she is away in college, excited about meeting other black people, but she's using what was taught to her. She wanted to surround herself with the same people who didn't treat her well, who made her feel very ugly and unwanted because of her complexion. And after years of trying, she decided that things wasn't working out for her at the school because, again, her approach, she was not meeting the people she wanted to meet, and she wasn't having the experience that she wanted. There was no social group that would accept her. You know, the brown paper bag sorority situation that was there. So then you end up seeing this character now decided she's gonna go to Harlem because Harlem was now the black people popping area. You know, everybody black was in Harlem back then, and you know, so we think, you know. So she wanted to be there, but she carried the same views of the people she wanted to be around. You know, and she selected all the wrong people, and she basically allowed herself to be taken advantage of and treated very poorly. And it's you can see how she is, you know, seeing it's like she's fully aware of what's going on with her, but she doesn't know how to stop it. And it's frustrating when you're reading a character that is fully aware of their issue. And you guys, if you've been, you know, read any, not read, but watch any of my video, you know I don't like characters like that. So that one of the things I was struggling with. When you know something is not right, you know you shouldn't be allowing somebody to treat you like that, but you can't stop yourself. That's her. But it brought us so many different topics. There's so many social group discussion in this book where, you know, these men were having discussion about race and skin complexion. I thought it was very much interesting, but quite disgusting at time. But at the same time, this book is short, but it does really discuss colorism in a way that I feel if people who don't understand it or don't get it or think that colorism is something new can really pick this up and get an idea that colorism been around. But it was blatant back then. Now it's a little bit toned down in how it's, you know, it's thrown in our faces, but back then it was very much blunt about how they treated anyone that was dark, especially women, because I feel like the dark skinned men was much more desirable than a dark skinned woman back then. But this book really gets you in the writing style and gives you bits and pieces of what one of the male characters' thought process was going on. And that there's that bit of karma that happened in this book. But then it's also that sad reality of the main character of getting a grip of where do you go. You know, you when you feel trapped, because in essence she felt trapped, and you know what direction, because usually when you feel in a certain way you would love to be able to have your family to run home to, and then you realize you really don't have that support system you want. They love you, but mentally they are draining. That's the idea of our family. They're you can sense that there's love there, but they are draining mentally because of the things that they say that they don't realize are hurtful. Love this book. Interesting take. I can literally talk about so many different aspects of this book. It is short, but it pack a punch, and I think it gives me that whole idea of how the writing style was then, where you can really write a short story and get to the point without having to fluff it up to make it this long story. And this is what it did in this. I think the writing was good. I do like the ending. It also gives me like a trend where I feel like a lot of them so far, the two I've read, how they end the story of having you wondering, okay, that happened, I wonder what else happened, that kind of deal. Make you think, make you interpret it more than what is given to you at the end. I like that writing style, and I feel like maybe that was a trend back then. Also, I think this is a book that is good in discussion. There's so much you can get out of this. And it's short, but it's really, you could really carry on a really good discussion on it, especially a lot of the things that was discussed in a group setting in the book with people talking. So yeah, but I'm gonna end this now because I could really go on and on, and I don't want to be longer than I have to, than it has to be right now. But yeah, pick it up, read it, get with the Harlem Renaissance era. I'm definitely going to pick some more books up from that era. But this is number 2 off my classic list. And I'm going to pick up the next one next month. And once I'm done with all 4, I'm going to continue with the Harlem Renaissance. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day. Bye.